Hey guys, Ray back at again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you a Joule thief circuit, and more importantly I'm going to be showing you exactly how to build it and exactly how it works. So some of the parts you're going to need a breadboard, NPN transistor. This one's a S0038. I've also tried a 3904 and it works fine. I also have a 10K potentiometer, a 20 winding ferroid core. You're going to need a resistor. This one is a 200 ohm, and you're going to need an LED. Also a battery and some jumpers. So first, let's get everything out of the way. Let's start with the ferroid core. Just going to put it into the bottom here. Make sure it's in nice and snug. Then we're going to take a jumper wire. Let me just zoom in so you can just see where I'm putting it. We're going to be putting it right into there. This is going to be our positive. So, and this connects to this coil on the core. Sorry for the focus. Now, in order to induce a magnetic field, if power was going, say, counterclockwise through this coil, that means it's going to have to go clockwise through this coil. Now, to do this, we jump a wire from this positive, so our main power, and you're going to go in on this side of the core. So we're going to jump that wire around here. There we go. So now power will go through this coil, just say counterclockwise, and power will come over here and go through this side of the coil clockwise. And that will induce a magnetic field. Next, let's get our transistor here. Let's see if I can... There you go. You can see it says EBC. So E stands for emitter, B stands for base, and C stands for collector. Now, when we put this in, each one of these rails connects this way. So let's put it in one pin in each hole, just like that. And now, let's get our resistor. And this, like I said before, this is a 200 ohm resistor. So it's red, black, brown. And that's going to go from the base, which is the center of the transistor, and we're just going to put that to a random pin in the middle of the board. Next, we're going to take our potentiometer, and on this is a 10K pot. You can see that by the 103. So it's 10 with 3 zeros after, which is 10,000. So that's 10,000 ohms. And we're going to take that and put it, the middle pin, right where the resistor is. So just like that. Next, we're going to take another jumper wire and put it on. It doesn't matter which of the pins. It could be the right or the left pin. I'm just going to put it on the right pin of the potentiometer. And then we're going to hook that right into the other, or right into the coil. Come on. There we go. So that just went from the other side of the pot to the coil. Now with the other coil, we're going to take jumper wire, and that's going to go to the collector, which is right over here, of the transistor. So I'm going to wrap that around. And then we're going to take our LED. Now remember, it would make sense if you go like this. The longer leg of the LED, which is this right one, that is the positive. You can also tell by the smaller piece inside of the glass there. That is the longer leg, which is the positive. So we're going to put that in with the positive on the collector, which is the most right over here. And you're going to put the negative into the emitter, which is the left pin. So let me bring that closer so you can see. Just give you a little angles. And you can see the positive is sitting on the collector and the negative is sitting on the emitter. And then we'll take our negative, or another jumper which will be our negative, and we're going to put that right on the emitter. So, right there. Okay, so now we have these two wires just hanging off, and this will go to our power supply. So let me zoom out here and get my power supply over here. So, positive and negative. What we're going to do, we're just going to flip it on, and I will show you the display that I put on it. Let me just get it up to 1 volt. Okay. So that's reading 1.01 volts. And let me turn this light off so you can see it. And you can see that the LED is quite bright. I can also turn it up with this potentiometer, and you probably hear a scream from that ferroid coil. That is really, really bright. Wow. And that's just running off of 1 volt. I can bring it down, and we can see its dropout voltage. So it just barely on right now at 0.34 volts. So now that you've seen this running like that, let me turn this back on. My camera kind of overheated, so let me just turn this off. Unplug the leads. We'll move this over to the side. Now I'm just going to take out the core, and we have this other Joule thief right here. This one just looks a lot neater, so I can explain more with it. Okay, so now that's in. This one, the only difference is it has a 330 ohm resistor. It has the same transistor, and it also has a 1 mega ohm resistor pot. The only reason I have that is so I can crank the LED all the way down until it turns off. That way it's using almost no voltage or almost no current, just to vary the LED brightness. So let's turn this one on. And let me turn off this light. So now you can see, and let me get this in the picture. And my camera's going to overheat again. That's nice. So you can see with this one, I can turn it off and I can turn it up. So let me crank this one down and see what it's... This one, it's barely on at 0.32. Yeah, 0.32, 0.33. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, so I have these lights. They are the 3 in series by 6 rows, so there's 18 lights total. And you can see they're not on because there's this one LED is drawing so much current that 3 LEDs wouldn't be able to light up with it. So let me just pull this one out. And now you can see all of those are on. And they're kind of bright, but I can still crank up the brightness, and then you can see really how bright they are. And this is just, remember, that's just off the 1.32 volts, so it would just be like the battery. Look at how bright that is. So I'm going to take it one step farther, and I'm going to solder this circuit together. I'm going to solder this, and then I'm going to solder these LEDs together. I'm going to make like a little portable light. And my cat wants to say hi. So yeah, let me get set up, and I will solder away. Alright, so first off I'm going to make the LED matrix, I guess you could call it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in the first row and then solder it. Next row, then solder it. So I'm just going to put these like right next to each other, just so they sit all flat like that. So I'm going to bend these. Like so. It's going to look like that. So let's solder this. Okay, so let's see how that came out. It's pretty good. Not all of them are straight, just the middle one's a little off, but that's fine. So I should have my snips. Let me just go get those quick. Okay, so what I did was I cut them off. See if you can see that. And then you see I moved this leg down and then this leg down, because those are the two that are going to connect. So let's continue with this. Okay, so we got it all soldered together. Let's turn on and make sure she works. Yep. Let me just turn this off. So there's 18 LEDs right here. So we know that works. Now we just got to solder this on that board and we'll be all set. Wait, why did I turn that off? Duh. Wrong switch. Okay, so let's disconnect this. Take this off. So we want to make this as compact as we possibly can. So what I want to do is put the transistor, let me zoom in this area, seeing as when we flip it around we have the positive here and the negative here. So that'll just make it easier with that. So I'm just kind of piece it together where it goes. The potentiometer might be around here. So yeah, let me just grab my helping hands, which are a bitch and don't like to help very often, and let's do this. Alright, it's all done. Burnt myself on that last one there, but just get these things off. Here, bouncing off all the walls. But yeah, so that's it. Right there. Looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is hook up my power supply now. And flip it on. And of course nothing is working. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's really bright. And that's all the way up, and there we go. So we got through the whole build. Let me turn off that light and crank it up. Yeah, real bright. Holy shit. Got on the board. I haven't run it on the AA battery, but seeing as the voltage, I haven't changed it. Where is it? There it is. 1.31 volts. So, and she's on. What I want to do is get a AA battery holder and then just maybe like hot glue it right there or something. Maybe put on a little switch, and it would be pretty cool. You could have a little flashlight, and it would be awesome. So, if you guys enjoyed this, please like, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll put this in my little project playlist. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. Okay, so one last thing before we go here. In case you don't believe me, I have the plugs from my power supply, and I have the AA battery. And I'm going to touch this side with this side. And off and on. And you can see that it's just right there, and it goes straight to the circuit. So there's no bullshit. AA battery, boom.